There's always success with Hawaiian Bros, with people that's misrepresenting what we're about. You know, I don't care about the hustle. You do your hustle all you want to. We all gotta make money, but at least know what the fuck you're hustling.
Yeah.
You know, so it was just a spur of the moment. Just one day we decided, fuck, we drive in Arizona. So we said, we just drive Arizona. We got Sleepy Hollow. We drove Arizona. And we went there, and was just mind-boggling to see what people can get away with. You know, because these people, I think they own like 56 restaurants across America and the Midwest.
Wasn't it like the biggest Hawaiian food chain in the world or something like that?
Yeah. So it was them, and I thinking, what the fuck? So we went in there, looked at their menu.
Sorry, I was gonna say, is that the restaurant that like was it called copyright or they said they copyrighted Aloha or something, or
no?
That's a different one.
That one was Aloha Poke.
Aloha Poke.
We can get to that one too, because
okay.
Ai Pono ties into that too.
Yeah, sorry for interrupting.
But these guys tried trademarking Aloha Spirit. I think it was called Eat Loco or something like that. They trademarked that, right? So now this is two haole guys from the Midwest, two brothers, and their parents owned a Hawaii-themed restaurant in California or something.
Okay.
And so they opened up like 60-something restaurants. So it was like, man, you know, you get all these other small Hawaii-owned businesses actually from Hawaii struggling to make it. And you get these haoles that's misrepresenting Hawaii, and they get 56 restaurants. So we decided to go there. We filmed. And, you know, like I told you earlier, we couldn't get mad at the workers. They're just doing what they're told or hired to do. So when I saw the menu, I played stupid. Huli huli chicken. What is that? Oh, it's teriyaki chicken. So I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay, here we go. This is one of those days.
Yeah.
And they had Honolulu chicken. I think they had Lahaina chicken, Maui chicken, Lahaina chicken. And so they all went deliver them to the table. And the only difference was the Honolulu chicken had green onions in that. So I made a joke. I said, what, only Honolulu can afford green onions? But that was the only difference. And, you know, they pre-made their musubis, but the musubi, I think, was from the night before, and they just went heat them up. You know, so I went grab them, and the rice would fall in half. And one of them, and the chicken went taste all right. Went taste okay. You know, I had worse, but was just a total misrepresentation of Hawaii, man. Totally. And so we did the video about that, and we even got flack from Hawaii people. Oh, what are you bashing these guys for? You know?
I commented on that video supporting it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not bashing. I'm just saying they're misrepresenting where we're from. Why aren't you mad at that? You know? So I think in this case, you know, we're talking about our Hawaii people, our local people, because we're from Hawaii. Maybe, and even I guilty of it sometime too. I think what we should do at times is listen to the sake of listening, not for the sake of responding.
Yeah, well, listen to understand, not just to hear the words.
There you go. Even better put. Listen to understand. You know, and I think a lot of Hawaii people can use that. You know? I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my Hawaii people because we're guilty to the fault with being so passionate and prideful for being from Hawaii, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck you going against Hawaii. You know, but I think if we put that passion and pride into listening, right? Listening more, finding definition and knowledge more, we as, you know, not Hawaiian, but we as people from Hawaii gonna get more ahead in life, I think, that way.
Yeah, I believe that. And again, something that we try to promote here is just understanding people and sitting down. Like, how rare is it for somebody to just sit down and talk stories for 2 hours uninterrupted and get to know somebody who they actually are?
You might just answer questions for people out there that's just wondering why the fuck my brain is fucked up. You know what I mean?
This is therapy.
Yeah, it's therapy. But then at some point, you're not supposed to understand the madness and what goes on in my brain.
Yeah.
That's for me to understand.
See, my thing is, when I was getting a lot of heat for some podcast clips, I just stopped responding to things because I just did. One, I didn't care. It didn't bother me. You know, I've read the 4 agreements. I don't take anything personally. At least try not to. But then I don't know if I saw something or I just started to think in my head, like, why am I going to try to explain myself to people who only want to misunderstand me?
Yes.
And I think that's something that people probably, you know, see when you're responding to comments and stuff, like, why he got do this? And I would respond to comments once in a while. Now I like never respond to comments unless it's like informational stuff like, oh, when's the next episode coming out? And I'll tell them.
Things that hold meaning.
Yeah. But other stuff is like, why I gotta explain myself? Like, you're a random person. Like, I don't need to make you happy. The people in my life are the important people. My sponsors that, if my sponsor says something, then we got a problem.
Yes.
Because then I can't pay rent.
Yes.
If you comment and you don't like it, then that's one less view from you.
Yeah, because you, or even people with large platforms, we cannot control the negative responses we get from what we post.
Yeah. And also, it's usually people outside of your following because these videos go out to the outside.
Yes.
And then it goes to people who have no context of who you are, what you do, what you actually are like. Says, I can, honestly say I'm probably like one of the nicest people. I'm pretty clean.
But you
very
a polite fucking
innocent.
person, bro.
I'm very kind. Like, I love just being kind to people. Like, that is my brand. But there's people out there who probably think I'm a bad person just from a clip that they probably seen online.
They're going to find a reason.
Yeah,
right?
there's like stuff like, oh, Kamaka, I hate that podcast. Like, that podcast sucks. And like,
well, they're going to hate you even more after this one.
Yeah. Nah, that's fine. Then those aren't the people I want because I only want good people in my life.
Exactly.
And if you're not one of the followers that, truly support this and truly support the guests, that's awesome. Even if you watch the podcast and you're like, oh, I don't like this person. Well, we got 170 other episodes that you can watch.
Exactly. And that's it. Like you said, right? If it was a TV, just change the station.
Yeah.
Nobody on gun to your head.
Yeah,
Watch
exactly.
this now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But back to what you were saying, right? On how we promote it and how we comment back, right? For one, that was part of our thing that, we're going to stand for our product. We're going to stand and we're going to defend our product. And we're not going to let anybody else dictate whether we succeed or fail.
Defend Hawaii. Defend Ai Pono.
Defend Ai Pono. It's fun. Right now, Ai Pono is Hawaii's most wanted right now. But
wanted to eat good food.
There you go. But, when we're doing that kind of stuff, and many people don't notice, but I pay 2 people just to talk shit online. For
Wait,
us.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Just because.
Just for engagement?
Just for engagement. I don't get stared at. I'm a busy person. Regan's a busy person.
That's a good marketing strategy.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's times you don't know when that's us responding, right? But majority of the time, I pay 2 17-year-old kids for fucking just respond. And they get paid.
Nice.
That's it. So we're not doing the work. Oh, this fucker, I thought his restaurant busy. He get time for respond. No, that's how we got you guys.
Yeah.
We like doing things on purpose. Me and Koo, we get together. We think, okay, how can we do this? What can we do? We already have how we doing things, how we promote them. What can we do to stay ahead of the game?
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm gonna ask you an honest question right now. You came to Las Vegas, right? To interview people, get away, whatever your personal, have fun, but get some work done in the meantime, right? This Aloha on the road stuff. I'm pretty sure, and again, this is not talking bad about anybody. It's just facts, right? It's just being real. I'm pretty sure you never try to hunt down any other restaurant owner to get a podcast with, right? And that's just the truth of it, right? So we did and promote our company, our brand, so that we can stand out, whether you like it or not. Because we get NFL football players coming to Vegas and emailing us and DMing us, hey, we want to come and eat at your restaurant. Should we make a reservation or whatnot? No. Just come in, we'll make it happen, right? We get restaurants that's outside of the Hawaii cuisine that wants to do collaborations with us, right? Clothing apparel, barbecue places. Who else we get cool coming?
Hearing guy, who that?
So, I've never met this guy, but we follow each other on Instagram. And this guy, food with bare hands.
Okay, I gotta check him out.
Man, he puts up the craziest concoctions from a smoker at home.
Okay.
So, this is where I got the idea. He did this poke stuffed onion ring, right?
Ooh.
So he made onion rings and put poke in between, and then freeze them, and then fry them, and you get poke in between on onion ring. So I took it a step further where we went put Big Island smoked meat in the middle.
Oh.
So now we
meat onion rings.
So we complement each other, and now we're gonna do a collab. And this guy has almost 500,000 followers on his page.